Madam Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, you just have to ask yourselves one question. How has direct integration worked on the average cases in these societies? Like what you've seen in Peru, like what you've seen in Colombia, and even in developed rich nations like the United States of America, to a large extent, these people continue to face racism and are seen as second-class citizens. What they prove in terms of the jobs existing on their side undermines their case because that literally throws them back to the very colonialism that they were freeing from under the guise of this neoliberal form of oppression. A few reasons why their side cannot take this debate. The first reason is I think opposition has a fundamental lack of understanding in terms of what really happens. We told you 4 things of which prove our case and respond to theirs. Number 1, these refugees are seen as a threat because they're different. They have different history, religion, cultural values, different skin color, and are fundamentally not accepted into society. Number 2, integration is politically, economically, and socially difficult. At best, their side proves that we can do it, but that doesn't mean we should in terms of priority, and contrary to popular belief, things can get worse. Case in point, the POIs I told you, in terms of backlash, in terms of this being very resource intensive, in terms of them being afraid these people are gonna take our jobs and use our government's money to be able to help them. That is where you get more radicalization of in-groups and out-groups. Number 3, we solved the urgency problem because Matthew and Kelvin were clear in terms of the tipping point of wanting to help these people. Take note, these aren't just refugee camps. These are autonomous zones for these people to be able to coalesce and form their forms of identity, of which these people are able to band together and form communities, creating their own jobs and not being reliant on the jobs available, if any, by that state. Number 4, we think resources are scarce. That is why it's a priority debate. So their Hail Mary of trying to say, yeah, you're conceding that they're gonna be integrated anyway. Yeah, on our side, we can have integration. On your side, those camps still exist. This debate is specifically about short-term priority, which is why our case unlocks in terms of why that is urgent and that has to be done better. Second thing I'm gonna talk about. Their side is just dismissive. There is no clear delta on side opposition. Their attempt to be able to symmetricize the harms we call out happening on their side is at best mitigatory. But my question is, why do things marginally get better on their side? And if you listen to their speeches and check their flow, at best, what their side proves is a motivation to do this. I agree, right? In a perfect world, I'd want everyone to be fine, no racism, hold hands, and share jobs. But the reality, as what Matthew and Kelvin mentioned coming from their speeches, are that these states don't have the economic, political, and social capacity to truly make things work. Which is why the harms of discrimination, they say it's symmetric. Guess what? Ding, ding, ding. It gets worse on their side when the way that people view them is going to be second class, and it reinforces the very forms of oppression that these people are trying to run away from. On our positive comparative, these autonomous zones, sure, might still have conflict, but at least it won't be as draining in terms of the state resources, unlocking what I told you from the top of my speech in terms of optics from the international community, more proximate and direct effort to be able to help them, which is why for all of these reasons, we take it from side proposition. Thank you.